Today we have a video that I've been waiting for quite a while to make this year, and that is what is on my coffee bar. I'm going to be going over everything that I have on my home coffee bar and my work coffee bar. And the reason why I waited so long was because I picked up a new espresso machine for my home coffee bar that I wanted to make this video after that came in, and it finally did. So here it is. If you would like this content, please like and subscribe. That helps me produce more content. If you're looking at purchasing any of these gears, I'm putting all the links in the description below. I'll make a slight commission at no extra charge to you, but it really does help fund this channel. So thank you so much for watching and enjoy what's on my coffee bar. This is my home coffee setup. And starting at the very top here, we have an old vintage Chemex, AeroPress Go, some kind of cold brew system, a nitro press for nitro cold brew, a Flair 58 Plus tamper, a weight distribution tool, the old Flair tamper, the Breville tamper, La Mazzarocco tamper, Hario carafe, the Bripe in the back, a box from Archetype Coffee that's Eugenioides, a hand ground filter holder, some random coffee from Germany. On the next shelf here we have, this isn't very clean, but we have some Archetype Coffee, some decaf coffee, a bunch of Fellow mugs here, some dark chocolate that I didn't put away, a bunch of filter baskets, some more Fellow mugs, Husky cup, more Archetype coffee, some Onyx coffee. This typically holds my spoons, which are right here, and then a funnel for Fellow products here. And on the wall, I have some portafilter holders here. So we have two bottomless ones. These are actually from a Breville, but they work for my Flair 58. We have a 54 millimeter tamper with a tamper keeper and the weight distribution tool from Portakeeper as well. Here we have my Fellow Stag EKG Plus with Bluetooth and some wooden handles. We have the newly released Flair 58 Plus, and we have the press sensor on it, which allows you to hook it up and you can view your pressure gauge digitally. I have a switch bot on the end of it there, a Kaya lunar scale. This is a cup for weighing out my beans on my Kaya Pearl scale. We have a pitcher rinser there, and on the back of it has a little button to shut it on and off. We have the DF83 by Turin Grinders with a Portakeeper cup tilter, puck screen for the 58, random Husky cup sitting there, some Flair Neo Flex accessories there, and this is my knock box. And here we have the other machine I have, which is the Breville Bambino Plus, modified with the dimmer mod so I can do flow control. And then I have the Acruve espresso cup, not neutral cortado cup, a not neutral cup, Fellow cup, and just a little pour pitcher thing. This is also has a drain built into it, so it drains at the back. And I have my funnel for my Breville accessories, a 58 millimeter tamper by Barista Hustle, Barista Hustle, I think. This is a Turin collar for weight distribution, funnel, Husky cup, and a rag here on the side. Usually there's two here, and then right below it I have another Fellow cup, a couple brushes, some Peak water filters, some more cups, some other filters, and then my bottomless portafilter for my Breville, and a cupping spoon. Below I have some distilled water, a Brita filter, two water tanks for clean water and dirty water for my pitcher rinser, and to drain out the funnel, or drain out the Breville. There's a pump there as well down there on the ground. And then moving on to the next one, I have some sauces, and then I have no idea what's in here. The Mir pour over kit, pour over things, September coffee, filters, some baskets, distribution tool here, some lights, some more funnels, some pitchers, and a TDS sensor. So a bunch of random stuff. One of the reasons why I have this setup here and why you'll see a dual boiler in my office is because I typically brew less at home for less people. Then at the office I can brew for more people. So I have the Flair 58, which gives me ultimate control over everything that I want. Probably one of the best machines out there. And then for quick, easy access, I have the Breville Bambino Plus, which also acts as my current steamer, which makes it nice. And the DF83 is my all-in-one grinder for pour-overs or espresso, and that's what I have. Yeah, let's move on to the office setup. This is my office setup. I have the Eureka Atom 75 as my primary grinder, the Breville dual boiler with the Slayer mod here on the side. It's also got a switch bot for some remote start. I have a Cortado cup, the Husky cup, that's for espresso, and then also a fellow one. I store my two sauces on here, which is chocolate and caramel for any lattes that have sweetener in them. It kind of warms it up with the machine. I wrapped it matte black, and then I also added a drain here on the bottom right there that goes out and allows the drip tray to drain. I have the Kitchen Boss kettle, and I have the DF64E as a single dosing grinder, and then I store some beans right here in the fellow. I use the Time More scale for everything here, from espresso to pour over. Horween leather tamping mat with a Simonomo Essentials tamper, Breville Knockbox WTT tool, and then I have my pitcher rinser and a not neutral cup sitting on there. And then this helps me clean my portafilter without it spraying everywhere like so. And right here underneath of everything I have a few drawers here. The top one just stores an extra portafilter and some random accessories. The second one, a bunch of to-go lids and some portafilters and some other random accessories. Kitchen Boss pour-over grinder that I use for all my pour-overs. AeroPress and some filters that I need to replace because I'm running low. On the side here, it's not very clean, but I have some to-go cups, some other mugs behind, in a Hario V60 with the fellow carafe underneath of it. Below here I have a Kitchen Boss pour over and the pour over stand and some paper towels, a spoon, and a couple extra tubes. And then over here is where everything happens. I have my Portakeeper V60 V60 filter holders, and I have a drain tank and I have a water pump. The drain tank goes from the pitcher rinser and from the espresso machine drip tray, so I can have all my milk in there that way. And then I also have the water pump mounted onto the side, feeding into the pitcher rinser, so I can do any of my dishes quite well. I also, for safety purposes, I have a button that I have inside here that allows me to turn off the pitcher rinser. So that is what I have on my office setup. Oh, and then I forgot, over here I have a mini fridge, and that is where my milk gets stored and my WPM slow pour pitcher gets stored to keep it cold. And that's my office.